Well, what do you say? I've not seen a player that can get a 30-30 day, and she just creates a lot of problems. And it's not just her, because she's so good that you have to double, and they've just got really timely three-point shooters and people that can space the floor and make you pay for when you do go double and you're late on closeouts. So, again, a hard team for us to match up with, probably a hard team for a lot of teams to match up with. We really can't, athletically can't guard her one-on-one at all, so it just created some real mismatches for us. But credit to her, and what a great player. I thought, we did a lot of things. We didn't turn the ball over. We made them miss a little bit, and but second chance points, 29-7. That's the story of the game.
All right, Coach. After a whole season now of coaching the team, not including postseason play, of course, what adjustments have you seen your team make in the few months you've spent as the Cougars head coach?
Well, I think we run a very different system than what they've done in the past. So I think that is a growing process, and I think we move the ball better. We attack really well. I think our biggest issue is, obviously, as we've gone along in the season, we've played unbelievably harder competition. I said it early on, I wish we could go back and do our non-conference schedule again, because I thought, I think we lost some games early just because we didn't know how to play with each other and move the ball, and just not as fluid as we would like to have been, or as we play now. And I think we could have competed a little bit better in some of those games. So, I look at our season and go, I know it's not reflective of our record. Our record's kind of disappointing, but I am not disappointed in any way. I just think it's going to take some time for us to get more players in our program, and we lost a starter at the start of the season when Joe went down with her injury. She's a legit Pac-12 body that would have helped us in a lot of ways. The good news now that we've lived without her, we get her an extra year, so we'll have her for 2 years. Our recruiting's going to help us, be a little bit more competitive, and ultimately we'll get a roster that can withstand some of the people that we're playing against. But I don't look at it as, I just think this is a growing process. We got to take one baby step at a time. And, the disappointing thing is I think when I look back on it all is, we lost some winnable games early. And I think we've gone into the onslaught of the Pac-12, and you just get exposed for what you aren't, and we're not quite built ready and built good enough to compete against some of these teams in this league yet.
Coach, what can you say about the roles of the seniors, Maria and Alexis, in today's game and just in their course in the program as a whole? Well,
I don't know anything about them until I walk through the door, and I think they've just been receptive like crazy. I keep continuing to say, I think seniors can decide whether they're 1 foot in or all in, 2 feet in, because they didn't sign up for this. They didn't sign up for a coaching change. They probably didn't want one. They're very established in their routine and how they played. And ultimately, I think when you have a coaching change, it's because you've not had a real successful season or seasons, or that's why there's a change, and it's probably not going to be fixed in a year. And they're the ones caught up in the not having any success in their 4-year career, or as much success. So, and that's why I appreciate what they gave and their sacrifice and their leadership and their, again, buy-in to our program. And I think, they both play. They're both unbelievably competitive people. I think they play with a lot of passion, and those are elements that we need in our program, and I hope they left as an imprint to all the young players in our program.
Speaking off that imprint that they created, Alexis said that she hopes that that the team continues to build on the culture that she feels is already there. Can you comment on what that culture means to you?
Yeah, when we came in, I think we met as a team and as a staff, and we just talked about what we really wanted our foundation to to really look like, and so much of that is, you know, by our behaviors. You know, I think behaviors kind of show what things matter to you. And as a team, we decided there were 3 words we really wanted to be about and represent, and we gave them kind of a definition. We said the word. They picked the word unity because I think they've had some kind of, you know, team didn't quite stay together in times over the years, and they really wanted it to be a tight unity, hold each other accountable, be a trusting environment, be a trusting culture, not have some of the junk that went on, and clean up the locker room and make the locker room a positive place. We chose the word respect because I think respect is and we talked about behaviors, respecting the game and what it takes to be good at the game. You know, great players come to practice every day with great energy. They don't come in and sit around on the sideline and look like they don't want to be there. So we describe behaviors that respect looks like. Respect your teammates and how you give to them. Respect your professors and being on time to class. Respect your tutors. Respect your coaches. Coaches need to respect our players. So respect is a big word. You can just go on and what that looks like. And so we wanted them to demonstrate the behaviors of what respecting things look like. And the other words was just competitive. You know, we wanted to compete every single day. We want our kids to want to be held accountable, to want to win, to know the score, to try to win drills, and you know, and all of those things, all of those words really, you're going to be a great person and a great teammate on and off the court if you are about those 3 things. And so those are the things that we initially started with, what we wanted to be about, and that was a team effort. The coaches and the players decided on those 3 things, and I think that's a great start to building our program in the right direction.
Coach, you're headed to Vegas, the city of second and third chances. You get another shot at Cal here in 72 hours. What do you do in the meantime to kind of adjust to what you saw? I mean, obviously, Anigwe is going to be Anigwe, but what can you do on your side to try and compete? I mean, you guys are ultimately 3 or 4 wins away from being in the NCAA tournament, as it turns out. That's just the math.
I'm going to work on my craps technique, you know, getting ready for Vegas. Yeah, I mean, I told our team, I think the big thing for us is we've got to find some way to keep them to 70, and we've got to find some way to get us to 70. I think we gave away at least that much. I think there were possessions when, you know, she's amazing, maybe more amazing. We made her more amazing. We gave her a few too many opportunities. The ball bounced the wrong way. We missed box outs. We transition defended poorly in stretches. And yes, we have to be kind of perfect in all of those areas. So that's the challenge for us because we don't have much room for error. But I think we can clean those things up if we give ourselves a little bit more of a chance. It's not that I think we can keep them from – they're going to get to 70. I mean, I think they're just that good. Can we get them back down to 80? And can we make a few of those bunnies? Can we do a few different things to get our point production up to 70? And I think I don't think we look at it and go, they're unbeatable, but I know we have to play at a little bit higher pace offensively and score some baskets, and I think we've got to, you know, take away a few of those second chance points that they got and transition points that they got by mistakes on our part. And then if you do that well enough and you somehow win, then you win the prize and you get to play Stanford. Isn't that right? So and again, they're another team that just beats you in so many ways, and that's the thing about these top teams in our league is they have so many weapons, and you take one thing away, someone else is going to beat you, and that's what we've got to build in our program.